A cold and rainy night leads to some dangerous driving conditions today. What we're learning about 2 overnight crashes.
And dry weather expected for today, but the first freeze of the season has arrived. We'll talk about that and if there's any relief from this cold weather coming.
This morning, a warning for parents before you go trick-or-treating. Why area doctors are concerned about marijuana getting mixed up in your kids' Halloween candy.
And speaking of candy do's and don'ts, the treats that you want to avoid to keep those cavities away, according to dentists.
A closer look at taxes, where you can share your thoughts with lawmakers on the St. Louis earnings tax.
I believe so. We can get it done.
St. Louis City SC is now in a must-win situation. Fans share their thoughts on last night's playoff loss.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
For a minute there, I thought I was going to start with that chant. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. A live look right here at Sullivan Farms. This is out there in Florissant, where it is a cold start to the week, a very, very cold start to the week. We had summer-like temperatures just a couple of days ago, and then boom, the bottom has fallen out. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, October the 30th. I'm Randy Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. So great to see you on this Monday, the eve to Halloween. I was going to say Hallows Eve, but yeah,
I think
here
it
we
is.
are.
It
Yum.
Yeah.
I mean, the evening hours, but we are the day before Halloween. So.
It's exciting.
It's dark.
It's exciting. Yes. Of course, this morning when I got up, I was like, oh my gosh, the roads are a little bit wet, but so far so
Cold.
good, right?
Yeah.
Moving very well.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, and the numbers are above freezing, so you don't have to worry about black ice. And in fact, the places that did go below freezing have just done that in the last hour. So it's not like the ice has just been settling and collecting overnight. It's mostly just wet pavement that you have to deal with. But also cold temperatures. Bundle up. You need layers this morning. And those seat warmers. Yes, full blast this morning. And that heat, how it takes a long time sometimes for the car to warm on up. So it's one of those mornings where you certainly do need the layers, and you may need a little extra time to get the car going this morning, but don't need to scrape anything. The numbers, again, are above freezing. The rain's moved on. We're at 35 at Lambert. The numbers away from Lambert are right at or near freezing or below that. Pittsfield and Warrenton, you're at 31, even Rolla 30. But again, that just happened within the last hour, so not long enough for any ice to form. The wind chills in the 20s, so again, bundle up as you head out the door. We'll have ample sunshine today, climbing back into the 40s. We will talk about Halloween, trick-or-treating. That is coming up, that forecast for that part of the outlook. Let's get you out the door this morning and talk to Paul Cook and see what the roads have for you. Good morning, Paul.
I've got a question for you, Anthony. Okay. What is the worst afternoon commute of the year? What do you think?
I don't know.
Tomorrow. It is Halloween. Be careful. Leave early. Yeah, you failed. You absolutely failed, and I didn't give you a heads up. So anyway, yes, afternoon on Halloween, try to leave early if you can. That's the point. We're moving very well right now. We do have a few construction notes to let you know about. The big one is going to be on 270 going southbound at 40. So right here in the middle of the map, that starts at 9 o'clock tonight and goes all night. Going to close up. We'll have another take of traffic coming up with more trivia. Rennie?
Thank you, Paul. New this morning, police found a man shot and killed in the middle of the street in North St. Louis. It happened around 2:30 on North Kings Highway. Now, this marks the city's 133rd homicide of the year. So far, police have not made any arrests in this shooting.
New overnight wet and slick conditions on the road are leading to treacherous travel and also alarming neighbors in South St. Louis.
Our Mercedes McKay joins us with 2 separate car crashes causing thousands of dollars worth of damages. Mercedes, what are you learning?
Good morning, Rennie and Michelle. Pretty scary sounds and sights to wake up to on a Monday morning. So we do know that both of these crashes happened within just 1 hour of each other, only a couple of miles apart in South St. Louis. Thankfully, we do know that neither of these crashes were fatal, but we're still trying to learn from police whether or not either of the drivers in these incidences suffered any damages, because if you can see from the video, these crashes were pretty severe. Come closer to your screen and take a look at the first crash. It happened around midnight on Nebraska Avenue at Chippewa Street. You can see in the video, a blue pickup truck lost control, completely crushing a light post before smashing into the corner of a building. Then, just 1 hour later, 2 miles down the road, a neighbor's Ring camera caught this crash on camera. You can see in the video there, the vehicle flipped over, sideswiping several parked cars on the narrow street. This happened on Arkansas Avenue near Tower Grove Park. 5 on Your Side was on the scene and spoke with one of the vehicle's owners that was impacted by the crash. He said he and his wife were in bed when they heard a loud crunch.
I looked out of the window upstairs and I saw this car here upside down. Saw some people out here, and then came out and saw the damage, and just saw the 3 cars that had been hit, out here, and then checked my camera and saw what happened. It looked like a car came down the street and just smashed into one car, hit my wife's car, and then flipped over.
Y'all were talking about it earlier in the show. The roads are only going to get wetter and slicker as we go into these colder months. So these crashes just serve as a reminder to really slow down, especially in these early morning hours. Now, coming up in the next half hour, we'll hear more from that neighbor we spoke to and why he says the crash sounded like an explosion. Live at police headquarters, Mercedes McKay, 5 on Your Side.
All right, thanks so much, Mercedes. In a few hours, an appeals court will hear arguments about the wording of the possible abortion rights that could be on the ballot in 2024. Last month, a Cole County judge rewrote the language for the constitutional amendments. Today's hearing is part of Missouri Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft's appeal for the judge's ruling. Right now, the petition needs to get enough signatures before appearing, on the 2024 ballot. Today, a Missouri House Special Committee is holding a public hearing on the St. Louis City earnings tax. It will evaluate St. Louis's 1% earning tax. The committee will also use public feedback to evaluate the future of both in the state. It starts at 12:30 at the St. Louis Community College Forest Park campus.
Well, this morning, if you ask any kid out there, you're going to know that we are less than 24 hours away from Halloween. And right now, there is a concern about candy being mixed up with marijuana edibles.
Our Alex Fees is live at St. Louis Children's Hospital with a cautionary message this morning. Alex.
Michelle and Rennie, that's right. St. Louis Children's Hospital ER officials say kids have ended up here in the ER, or for that matter, in intensive care after accidentally eating marijuana products. And check out this packaging. Is it any wonder why marijuana edibles would be confused with candy? Halloween Night in particular offers an opportunity to get these and packages of candy mixed up with potentially serious health consequences for children. Dr. Lindsay Klukies, Washington University emergency medicine physician, says with the recent legislative changes around marijuana, they are seeing children unintentionally ingesting marijuana products. She says they look just like candy or brownies or cookies. But if you have these products in your home over the next couple days, make sure that they are stored away outside of the kitchen, out of sight, so they're not confused with the Halloween candy goodie bag.
Oftentimes, symptoms don't show right away. It can be a couple hours. Kids can be lethargic, they can be confused, and honestly, there can be severe symptoms like seizures or even difficulty breathing. If there's any concern your child has ingested these products, call Poison Control at 1-800-222-1222 or bring your child to our emergency room.
And here's that number for Poison Control again, 800-222-1222. And maybe tape it to the fridge or something until we get past Halloween, just in case. That phone number is also contained in this story on KSTK.com. Now, coming up at 6:30, just how bad can edibles be? After all, they are legal these days in many states for adults. You heard Dr. Kluke say, however, they've seen cases where kids have had seizures after accidentally ingesting edibles. Live this morning in St. Louis, Alex Fees, 5 on Your Side.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. This morning, a lot of fans are waking up disappointed after City SC lost its first playoff match. As you can see, lots of reaction after last night's 4-1 loss against Sporting KC. It was a sold-out match, drawing fans from far and wide, and the cold and rain also didn't stop them.
Well, all for City. All for City. Our crew caught up with fans during a mass exodus from City Park late last night.
I thought it was an amazing game. I feel like our energy of the fans was great. The players, a little bit sloppy tonight. I think our defense needs to step up and play a little bit better.
Well, the energy was pretty awesome, I thought. We really liked seeing that comeback goal. I mean, it was 1-1 for a little bit, but they still got 2 more opportunities to bring it back home, right? So we'll see what happens.
I know who was drinking eggnog last night. Hey, the series is a best of 3, so it ain't over yet. City SC now heads off to Kansas City for the second match, and that's coming up next Sunday. To follow City SC's playoff run every step of the way, simply text the word CITY to 314-425-5355. And I believe that we will win. I also believe that it's very cold outside.
Yes, both are right, I believe as well. Yes, we are on a weather alert this morning because of the first freeze of the season that has arrived. Now, if you don't get freezing temperatures this morning, you most likely will have them tomorrow morning and again Wednesday morning. But I think right at the Lambert, numbers will be at or maybe 1 degree above freezing. So starting off the day in the 30s, numbers will climb into the 40s today. We'll have ample sunshine around today. And even for tomorrow, yes, it is Halloween. You know that. Here's the forecast for trick-or-treating. It is going to be very cold. After that 85 we hit on Friday, we're talking 30s. So yes, bone chilling, even those wind chills in the 20s. But hey, at least it will be dry. We'll talk about how long this cold sticks around. That's coming up.
All right, thanks so much. Nightly Metrolink changes could affect your commute. Which stations could see a slowdown?
Stay smiling this Halloween. Which candies you'll want to stay away from, and how to keep your teeth healthy.